Hello and welcome to therightsite.com. This is a product review. We're going to be doing a lot of these, so hopefully we'll be accurate and give you our opinion, good or bad, once we get some product. If we like it, we'll tell you. If we don't, sorry to the people who made it, but we're going to be honest about it. So the one we're talking about today, this is called MotoPumps. I'm going to see if I can get you a little bit of a close-up of the box there. This MotoPumps is a small little mini inflator. Clint and I were looking for something for an emergency kit we're putting together for the podcast, and part of the consideration do we use a little quick inflator? After you patch or plug your tire or put some slime in there, what do you do then? So some bikes have the compressors built in, but not very many of them. So this Mini Pro Inflator was about the very best reviews that I saw. It just looked like a really great device online, so I thought I'm going to give it a shot. It says it's compact, of course. You can see the size of the box here, and I'll show you compared to the actual unit here in a minute. 12-volt inflator. It's got several different connectors on it. You can go directly to the battery. You can pre-wire it to be mounted on the post, so all you do is just a quick plug, or you can do what I'm going to do and use a 12-volt cigarette lighter, even though that's not really what it's for anymore. It charges my phone or my MP3, but that's why I'm going to do it directly from there. Looks like a pretty darn durable piece of equipment, pretty darn durable tool to have, whether you have a lot of them or just one for a group. So this is an up close on here. It's got a couple accessories on the back, so if you want to use it for other stuff. So it's got a lot more use than, of course, just your motorcycle or car tire, which I could really see keeping this in both. There's a flexible hose. This little grip on this thing is nice. This is what they call a no-leak attachment, a little air fitting there, the valve cover. And I tell you what, I've already used this once. I lowered the tire and I filled it up again. This time I'm going to time it and see how long it takes. But nice little traction grip on there, so you're not spinning loose. It's easy to get it nice and tight. So nice little amount of reach there. There's a light which I'll test a little bit later, but you've got an LED built into it. So as soon as you plug into your 12-volt, and one nice thing about this, and definitely a perk, if you look at the amount of cord here, let me just unwind this real quick. And I should have done this ahead of time, but that's okay. You got time to kill. But I'm going to set this on the ground. So it's all the way on the ground. I'm about 5'11", depending on who I lie to. And there you can see, I mean, it looks like a good 10 feet to me. It's got a built-in fuse on this and also the direct connect, quick disconnect. You can see those are very common. I use one of my battery tenders, so I could go that route as well because I already have one pre-installed on the bike. Also a great thing to do. It's got a built-in backlit gauge there. It's from 0 to 50, which ought to cover just about any bike. It'll at least get you down the road. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I'm going to give it a good run. I'm going to lower the tire again, time it, and see what kind of time it takes for this thing to fill it up. If it's not like a half hour, 45 minutes, then I think this is going to be the winner as far as which one we like, just based on construction, durability, the company's ratings, the feedback on reviews and stuff. So anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to let the air out of the tire. Okay, I've let all the air out of the tire. It doesn't look as flat as I expected it to be. This is actually the first flat I've had. But then again, it's on the center stand, and I get 0 pressure reading on the gauge and no more sound. So I'm going to plug in here and time this and see how long we've got to get this thing full again. There's your backlit gauge. The light comes on automatically. We'll do a test and see when it gets a little darker, see actually how bright that is. Let's go ahead and hook this up here. Get my fat fingers in there. And oh yeah, that spins on so nice. And if they build some other things of better quality like that. Okay, so I'll start it up and then we'll make you listen to the whole thing. I'll do my timer and see how we do. We'll be back. Alright, we're above 30, we're about 34 PSI. And yeah, that was 5 minutes and 17 seconds to get us to about 32, and it took me a minute to turn the camera on. And let's see how our... Yeah, we barely lost anything at all coming out, just a tiny little hiss. Okay, so it passed the inflation test, the no leak valve test. The hose tucks back in here real nice. Now I'm going to check that light out and see how that does. I've got my battery tender plugged in because I kind of was letting it go a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is just put together their direct connect. You can see it's fuse protected here. Go straight to the battery. Such an easy system here. Not uncommon, but at the same time, most devices don't come with all three types of connections. So let's plug it in and see how our light does. I've got my mat cover off of this thing, so it exposes the fuse block with a quick plug here. Okay, so I mean, you see, even just this, when it was dark earlier and I was kind of doing a pre-test to see how it did, this itself gives illumination, you know, maybe as bright as a cell phone screen, but let's see how this LED does. Okay, well, it is, it's not pitch black in here to have some, unfortunately, some illumination from the street light, but that illumination is going to throw things off a bit. But I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, but I mean, this... See, gosh, there's just no way for me to get it pitch black in here, but you can see I've got plenty of room to work on the bike in my light spot here. There's quite a bit. So you get some, look at that, that's good. That's good looking right there. But yeah, I mean, this will do the job and then some. If all you need is a flashlight to you know, unclog a jet on a carb or check some fluids at night, this is more than ample. You don't even need to carry a separate flashlight unless you plan on walking away from the bike, but this will do everything you need to do on the bike. Yeah, one other thing is Clint and I are talking about this little device, and we're running, is that going to be enough? You know, what about a plug kit? What about some green slime, that type of thing? And I gotta say, in a little bit of my history, I did 15 years in the tire business before my last two careers, and all of that time, most of the flats are slow leaks. It's usually a situation where somebody says, oh, hey, my tire keeps going low. Oh, how long has it been going low? Oh, a couple months. I just put air in it once a week or once a month. But they know there's a slow leak. You know, it's usually not a situation of, boom, you know, there's an emergency blowout. You know, there's the occasion where, oh, shoot, I came outside and my tire's flat. Most of the time, and I would venture to say probably 90 out of 100 flats that I repaired, the nail, the thorn, the chicken bone, I've seen it, they are still stuck in the tire, and it's a very slow leak, so it just happens to go down overnight. So having something like this with you is going to solve most of your problems. You want to play it safe, keep a plug kit, you know, keep some green slime. Just the smallest green slime will get you through any motorcycle tire repair. Heck, it'll do most cars. So a bottle of that and a plug kit. If you're too tight, maybe just the slime. It'll certainly get you down the road till you can get patched up, you know, correctly, or get a new tire and tube, whatever the case may be. But this is definitely going to keep you on your trip, you know, so you're not stuck and hopefully not paying a really expensive tow bill. So I highly recommend it. If you don't have it with you, you can't use it. So definitely you want something small. Durable to me is the key in a motorcycle. It's going to get vibrated all over the place. You know, that's just that's the nature of them. So buy something like this that's durable. I say get this one. I mean, after having run it, and I've used quite a few compressors in my day. I keep one in every single car. I try to keep it under the seat. Most of them don't quite fit. This one absolutely will. Tuck it away with a spare tire. MotoPumps.com Mini Pro Inflator. Check them out. It's well worth it. Probably one of the best ones you're going to find. Thanks for checking out theridetech.com, and we'll see you next video.